me. Today I'm doing a stretch with me routine video. I'm not going to be holding all of these stretches for as long as you should, which is 20 seconds, but if you guys follow this and you watch this and just get ideas, then just know that you're supposed to hold them each for 20 seconds. Alright, so what is the importance of flexibility? Flexibility in skating is so important. Just ask the Russian skaters, they're all super flexible. That's why they can all do those crazy spins where they have their head where they have their foot completely above their head. They're looking up at it and they're like super comfortable in that position because they stretch all the time. So, I'm not that flexible, but if you do these stretches every day, you can totally become more flexible, and I hope this helps. Let's go! Alright, so first it's super important to warm up your body, so I always start with a little bit of jogging, jumping jacks, just getting my heart rate up and getting my body warm. Once you're warm, you can sit down and start stretching. So, normally what I'll start with is a simple butterfly stretch. So the butterfly stretch is both knees apart, feet together. I'm going to grab onto my feet, make sure that they're squeezed together, pinkies are down, and bring my nose to my feet. And it's really good if you can get your knees down like this, like if you can push your knees down, that's stretching out your hips, that's stretching out your butt, that stretches out everything. And then as you reach down towards your toes with your nose, then you're going to be stretching out your back and your butt even more. So this really attacks everything, so it's a great stretch to practice. Next, we'll go into pretzel. So pretzel is crossed over like a lady, and then you can squeeze your knee to you and lean away from this far away foot, and you'll stretch out your butt right here. Or you can do this version where you twist in the opposite direction of your legs, and you'll be popping your back, your lower back, and you'll also be stretching out your butt. And you can look behind you, stretch out your neck, do all that sort of stuff, just to get opposition. And then you can change directions. So you'll flip the other foot in front, and squeeze towards you. Squeeze this, and then you'll have this nice stretch in your butt. I love the stretch, it feels really good. And then you can push away, look behind you, stretch your neck at the same time, do what you gotta do, then come out 20 seconds later. Next we'll do hamstrings. I have very weak hamstring flexibility, so please don't judge me for this. But you're supposed to keep your back straight, which I'm going to fail at doing, but you're supposed to keep your back straight, lean over, touch your toes. If you can, I'm about to do it wrong, but grab your ankles, go down and squeeze your nose to your knee. Hold that for as long as you can. I'm going to try for 5 seconds, but you guys should try for 20. Alright, so that's what that looks like. Next is flamingo. So flamingo is also one of those stretches that gets your butt, the side of your butt. So you're going to go into this angle, and your hips are going to be facing completely forward. And then this back leg is just behind you in a straight line. You can stretch back. Make sure that you're right on top of your bum and your hip, so your weight is like equal. You'll feel a stretch in your hip, you'll feel pressure in your bum, and you can lean back. From there you can take it forward, so you'll squeeze your nose to your knee again. And you can put your arms back just so you're nice and relaxed, and you can hold that for 20 seconds. And then we'll do the other side. The other leg, got this nice angle, you're sitting right up on top of it. Your hips are pointed forward and you can lean back. And then you can lean forward. Nose to knee, make sure your shoulders are relaxed, everything's pushing down, your hips not turned out, make sure that's pointing down. And then you can come back up 20 seconds later. Cool, and now let's stretch out the hips. This is one of my favorite stretches to do. It took me a long time to be able to do it right. So you're going to get your knees stacked over your foot, and make sure that your hips are pointing square in front of you. And you can put this knee down, or you can lift it up. I'll usually start with it lifted up like this, and just kind of pulse here for maybe 10 seconds. And then you can put it down for the rest of the 10. And you can lean back, and then you'll feel the stretch in your hip, and your knee, and your quads, and everything. Once you're good there, and you feel like you're flexible enough for this, you can grab your foot like this, and you'll feel it even more in your hips. Make sure your weight is placed evenly on both feet or on both sides of your body, and your hips are pointed straight ahead. Cool. And then you can do the other foot. The same thing, we'll go pulse for 10, for example, and then put that knee down. Push away from this knee so you're stretching this hip out. So like lean back a little bit, and then you can lean forward to grab that foot. And that's how you stretch out your hips. Next, we'll stretch out our groins for our middle split. So I usually will do that by simply being in a V like this and touching my toes like this. All right, now I'll start swaying side to side. And now relax into that stretch on one side. Good. Good, that feels good. Okay, and then the other side. And your goal is to get this calf down to the floor and your groin as low to the floor as you can too. Good. And then you can sit down into your split. Wherever your split is, if it's out here, that's okay. Mine is back here, so I will show you that. So just stretch out, just like you can stretch your shoulders here as well. You can do bird flaps. You can do cowbells from here. Stretch out your arms. Stretch out your neck, just get comfortable. I'm gonna throw one arm over, use the other one to push it to my chest. Stretches right here. So you can like combine different stretches when you're just sitting in a split. So you don't have to waste time. Other arm. Cool. And then this stretches out your wrists right here. So I'm putting pressure into my palm. And then this also makes you lean forward into your split, which stretches out your groin more. All right, now we're going to stretch out the sides of our arms and our sides. So we're going to reach over and touch our toe with the opposing arm. If you can reach your foot, then pull your toes back towards you. Pull them towards your head. And make sure that your arm is right over your head. You don't want it to fall in front. Just don't close. Make sure that you're very open so you can be looking at the camera the whole time you're doing the stretch. All right, now I'll do the other one. So obviously those are all gonna be held for 20 seconds. And then you can reach down in the middle, see how far you can go, and lift those toes up off the ground. Make sure that you're not touching your toes down. Make sure it's just heels. And sit down into that stretch. Cool. All right, awesome. Next is side splits. So I'm gonna start out by just stretching out my hamstrings. So I'm going to reach down to my toe in this stretch. All my weight is kind of back, but I'm pushing into my leg right here. Cool. And now I'm gonna try to go into my split. It's not beautiful, but I'm working on it. Cool. And then we'll do the other side. This one hurts really bad. I don't like this one at all. Now I want to stretch out my back. So to do that, I'm going to do seal, whatever this is called. This one, dolphin, seal, something like that in yoga. On the top. You'll stretch out your back and your core. Feels really good on your tummy. But if you want, you can try to get your feet to your head. And then I'll go into baby's pose, or whatever it's called, cradle, baby's position, something like that. And try to elongate your shoulders and pull them back. Now we can do horse pose. So you do that by laying on your back. Arms out to the side. We'll throw one knee over. Make sure this other bum is completely on the ground. And you can twist. And you'll be pushing this opposite hand from this leg. Down, 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 and look up, I think is what you're supposed to do. Look up. And then once you're good with that one, you can do the other. And then you can do baby cradle, where you're just rocking back and forth like this. And elongate your back when you do this. You want to get the most out of every stretch that you do. Cool. Now back bends. So pop into a back bend wherever you're at. Try just holding this one for a while. Now try to straighten those legs. With back bends, I usually don't hold those for 20 seconds. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I just get lightheaded and blood goes into my head and I don't like it. So I don't hold those for as long. Last but not least, we're going to stretch out our whole upper body. So we're going to go from one side to the middle and elongate your back, really elongate it right here. Pull up, 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 like you have a string attached to your spine in the middle. Just pull up, yep. And then we'll go to the other side. So you're stretching out this side now. Feels really good. You can throw your arm over if you want. You'll feel it more. And then go back. Push your hips forward. Cool. Next we'll do trunk twists. So you're going to stand with your feet hip width apart and you're just going to twist to look all the way behind you like an apple. After a few of these, I'll usually start letting my arm go back like this. And that's that stretch. Now we can stretch out our heads for real. So let's go slow circles. Do a couple that side, couple the other. Do it nice and slow so you feel each side of the stretch. Stretch out. Now look down, push those shoulders down and back. Good posture. One side, push the shoulder down, push up. Now you're stretching out your neck too on this. So really with this one of my favorites, just be super duper open to the stretch. And we'll go the other one. Good. Shake yes. Shake no. Cool. Now I'm just going to stretch out my quads, which should have been done in the beginning when I jogged. I forgot to mention that. But you do that by just lifting one foot, finding your balance, and pulling that leg to your bum. And you can do that on the other side. Same thing. If you're really flexible, you can try to like go like this, move forward a little bit. But always make sure that your knees are right next to each other. You don't want to be out like this, because then you can't keep your balance as well and it doesn't stretch out as good. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope it gave you some ideas of what you can do in your own stretching routine. Always be sure to be safe and don't do anything that you don't think your doctor would be okay with. Alright, I think that's it. Thank you for watching and I really hope this helped. Bye!